Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2. So I went ahead and made that upgrade. Went out and got a solid state drive to put the game on, so hopefully we'll see some improvements. I do want to be clear, I don't think it will reduce the other players' turn timers, because I think that's largely processor bound, but loading in and out of battles should be considerably faster. I'm excited to see how that actually works. Also, I spent a little bit of time going through our items and making sure that everybody was equipped with stuff as much as we could have them equipped with stuff. It turns out we don't actually have enough items for everybody to be fully equipped, even with bad items, so no recycling in our near future for us. That's okay, we're actually bringing in Oath Gold pretty quickly. Yeah, we're fine. We'll continue to craft legendaries as they become available. So the plan for right now is for Stomny Skolson and Thorgrim Grudgebearer to underway over in this direction, take the Grimhold, Carrick Norn, and eventually Carrick Asgaraz, while Grombrindal and his buddy Guthrie head up here to take Carrick Ziflin and Blackstone Post on their way to... Well, I guess they don't have to, do they? I was just thinking that these guys are on their way to fight Norska, and that probably means going pretty much north from where they are and ending up here, and then heading east from there, because eventually, of course, we have to get back to Krakadrak, but we have to own these mountain ranges in the meantime. But the whole point of them going to this mountain range was so that they could fight Greenskins, because Grombrindal still needs 2 battles against Greenskin tribes. But it turns out I can carve right through the center of what should be Empire land. Excuse me. Excuse me? Bless me? I don't know what you're supposed to say when you sneeze. Anyway, yeah, we'll just head through here. Like, we'll burn Grunberg and Kemperbad and let the Empire fill them back in or something. Because Altdorf's only important, okay, to the Empire and to the vampires. I wouldn't get a special building at Altdorf. Yeah, I think it's probably in our best interest to help the Empire retake some of this. They will probably be a stalwart ally, and also, again, territory that I just don't want to have to administer. So, Grombrindal and Guthrie head this way, drive the orcs out of the Empire, and there will be songs and poems. You guys head to the east, to the west, reclaim the mountain ranges that we need for the end game, and down here, of course, we have Ungrim and a guy whose name I'm totally going to remember. Crag Strongarm. That's not even a hard name to remember. Crag Strongarm. This guy has done a tremendous amount of work for us, like really, really valuable stuff, and it's super shitty of me not to remember his name. So here we have Crag Strongarm. How far can Azhag move on his turn? Okay, because I'm noticing that we don't have Crag running. And I probably didn't have him running because I was afraid of running into orcs or something and not being able to flee from them. But if Azhag can't reach us, I'm going to go ahead and move a little further. We don't want to move into range of the red circle here. I don't know for sure that settlements can attack people who aren't actively sieging them. It might be that the garrison can attack anybody in the circle. So we will stay back. Alright, and I think that's it, right? We've moved all of our characters and heroes. Yeah. Okay, settlement upgrades. Where do we have stuff that we could spend? I gotta refresh my understanding of our position here. So we're saving up population there, as always. Okay, we could upgrade this a little bit. We don't have a huge amount of money coming in, so I guess I should maybe take it a little bit easy with the upgrades. At least upgrades that don't have an obvious financial benefit. Income from all buildings buffed in this province. When here we have both a gold mine and the deep magma caverns is probably a good thing to put together. Yeah, that's not that expensive. And it generates an oath gold. Alright, that's a fine use of our money. So we're still, we're well on our way. There's a lot left to do, but we've gotten some good work done here. Hopefully we can be rid of the von Karsteins pretty shortly here. If we can drive the Greenskins... Oh, wow, they took the moot, huh? We gotta get rid of the Greenskins. I'm afraid that they are going to totally annihilate the Empire. They seem to be doing extremely well this game. I'm not gonna lie, I've been like really feeling Total War Warhammer 2 lately, so I actually was playing another Mortal Empires game this weekend a little bit as the High Elves. And in that game, the dwarves, the main dwarf faction, got their stuff together, and by the time I made it over here to the old world, they had already wiped out all of the greenskin factions and the vampires, and they owned like this whole area. But that is really, really not happening here. I wonder if it's, you know, obviously there's going to be some amount of variance in the way these things go from game to game, but I wonder if it has something to do with the Carrot Cadron faction, you know, being proper AI and thus having the same money cheats as everybody else. I wonder if in this game we weakened the dwarves by not providing to them the amount of support that an AI Carrot Cadron faction would have.
Greetings, manlings.
Boy, Theoderic Gosser, you and I, we just do not know each other like this. Also, the Mortal Empire's objectives for the High Elves are a lot more time-consuming to get. I'm not sure that I will ever actually complete that campaign. For a lot of the factions, it seems like one of the core objectives is controlling either yourself or via military allies, like all of the world's capitals. And that's really a lot of cities spread over really a lot of territory. I'm glad that that is not one of our objectives. I think that in general this map, or this game mode, probably really caters to the people who want to do like that paint the map style play, but if you've ever watched me play a 4X or like grand strategy game, you know that's not really what I'm into, and so I'm glad we have a faction here that doesn't have that as its primary goal. Alright. Let's do some damage. Do I want to go straight to Ekrund and try to get it now? I wouldn't be able to get it this turn, but at this moment it's undefended. This might be our best shot at it. Like, Bitterstone Mine will always be relatively easy to take because it has no walls. It actually has a larger garrison right now than Ekrund does. Yeah, I'm just going to Ekrund.
I'm going.
Ozhag may turn around and come to its aid. But I'm not sure that he can get in defensive position here. He's too far away to underway over the under the mountains, and yeah, March mode's just not going to do it. I think we've got this probably. We may have to fight him immediately afterward, though.
Onward.
Alright, we've almost met the other continent. In fact, we have. Hey, look, it's lizardmen. They don't care for us. Okay, so Isabella von Karstein has come out a little bit. I assume we can't reach her from there. And actually, we should spend another turn recruiting, right? I don't think we can reach her, and I don't think she can reach us. I guess spend a couple turns more recruiting. We need to hurry up and get Grimhold. We need, like, a place over here where we can do local recruitment. Okay, maybe our plan this turn should be we walk down this way, and then we just underway to the Grimhold. I don't know if she's going to be able to... I don't know what her plan is. I don't want to move in such a way that she feels compelled to go back to Grimhold. I want to keep drawing her forward, and I'm not sure what the best way to accomplish that is. Okay, hold on. What else do we need to do this turn? Let's do some stuff that I do feel confident about.
Summon me if you dare.
These two armies are marching north. We know that's happening. Am I going... I mean, we could swing by, and in fact probably should, swing by Wissenberg and knock it down, right? Ah, there you go. That's how you draw her forward. You threaten Wissenberg. Okay, this area has high undead attrition, so we have to be a little bit careful. Here, we can get just on this side of the border where the vampiric influence isn't so bad.
Don't you fret, it's done. On my way.
And I think we're close enough to this. Yeah, we have vision of it, so it probably has vision of us. Hopefully that will draw her attention north. And these two can head down this way. Hopefully into a position that she can't see. I'm not actually sure. I mean, she's got to pick a direction, right? Either she runs north or she runs back to Grimhold, and either way, there's a settlement for us to take. All right, Stromny, just calm down a little bit. He's mad at me because I clicked on him, I think? I don't know. Dwarves, listen, dwarves hold grudges over the tiniest little things. So I guess if I'm going to mess up Ekron's next turn, we should probably go and assault the garrison there.
By the king's command.
Alright, and Tilia... Okay, there's 3 Tilian armies here. Hopefully my presence will be the factor that galvanizes them enough to actually come over here and do something instead of running back and forth like a bunch of idiots. What do I want to level up next? We're probably going to be... The thing is, we're probably going to be assaulting garrisons, but also I don't actually care that much about the casualties inflicted here. Like, I don't think it makes a difference. And Assassinate, I think, is more broadly useful. If a greenskin agent shows up, we'll be glad we have that. Or if there's one in Aushag's army. Alright, so what was I doing with you? Ungrim was taking a turn to recover. Do I want to push him west to help defend against Aushag, or do I want to try to, like, burn a bunch of stuff down while it seems like the greenskins are under-defended? I think let's get aggressive. Let's push stuff down over here. I'm a little worried about running over here in a movement mode that leaves me unable to retreat. However, we just won't go the full distance. Okay, I think we're pretty safe. Alright, what else do we have to do for our quests? We have to... Oh, that's right, we have to move somebody to Zoishenk. We can do that. Do I have a hero available to summon here? Okay, what kind of hero do we need more of? Runesmith or Thane? Probably Runesmith. Thanes are not great in general. I mean, it's nice to have somebody capable of assassinations. We don't have any great traits to pull on our Thanes either. Plus 10% line of sight for an army can be very valuable. Alright, yeah, a Perceptive Runesmith. That seems like a good pull.
The runes are ready.
And for right now, he's just going to run to the north. And then he will do other stuff later. Voldenhof doesn't actually need this upgraded. Okay, we're really, really far away from being able to cap Carrick 8 Peaks. Like, really far away. I thought I remembered... Okay, we are quite close on Carrick, Karak. And how much is that going to cost? 7,200. So I need to bank the next 2 turns worth of money. I can spend now. I just need to chill out after that. Well, let's do this. Yeah, it's an extra 200 gold per turn. Oh, wait a second. Was there another... There was another place up here that was also close to capping, wasn't there? Peak Pass, right. So actually, I should probably not upgrade this, because we're going to need more money than we will generate in the next 2 turns to do the upgrades we're going to need to do in 2 turns. Okay, that's fine. I'm just going to pass all these. We are not upgrading any minor settlements right now. And let's see what Isabella von Karstein does this turn. If she goes back to Grimhold, I'm not actually sure what the path is for these 2 armies. Probably it's to go into encampment mode, do a little bit of global recruitment, and just wait for things to shake out a little bit. Because we can get to Grimhold in a single move from where we are, but it's probably going to take her like 3 turns of marching to get from Grimhold to us. Oh, wow. The greenskins filled in all of that space, huh? That's not great. We might have to have... Yeah, okay, after we deal with Wissenberg, Grombrindal and Guthrie might be going east. Yes, that's a greenskin army with a Wog, I believe. That's not very good for us at all.
Welcome to my throng.
Friendly Wood Elves. Boy, that's strange. I don't think we want a military alliance. A lot of this friendliness comes from the fact that we've been fighting the Greenskins for so long. So actually, this probably wouldn't have gone this way if the Greenskins hadn't confederated Skarsnik, because then all of their animosity would be towards Skarsnik, and we would, honestly, probably be negative with them. Also, they really liked that one time that we trespassed against the Empire. They thought that was super funny. I'm not obviously going to take a military alliance, especially with someone as crazy as a Wood Elf, but we might be able to hook up something. Non-aggression pact, at the very least, would be helpful. So with Isabella having ridden north, we're gonna take the Grimhold. Like, we can move into range of the Grimhold. I want to position myself such that her army can't attack us and get the benefit of Grimhold's garrison, even though it is very small. And yeah, these guys are going to have to apparently sprint eastward. I had not planned on the Greenskins filling in all that space. The Empire is slow on the draw here. That's probably part of why they're so large, actually, is that they are willing to fill in areas that are left as ruins. Alright, come on, guys. Yeah. Go take the Dragonhorde mines out. I will just let them have this area if they want it. I don't need it. It does have a decent climate, though. Yeah, I wouldn't be mad to have it. I just also wouldn't be mad about not having it. It turns out that we are never, ever done with the Greenskins. This does feel appropriate to the lore, though. Yep, we can definitely afford a public order hit.
The High King acts.
So we want to not be right on the edge. And I want Thorgrim's army to be in front. Oh, wow, she moved just the tiniest bit out of our vision. She definitely knew what our vision range was there. That's fine. I think this shouldn't be a problem. She'd have to put her 20 against our 26, 27. And honestly,
that would be madness.
Yeah, like there's a lot of bats in this army. It turns out Vargulfs are not really that scary for us. I think we can take her. Isabella von Karstein herself is absolutely terrifying, but I think we can take her. I want to hit Wissenberg really badly, but I just don't think we can. I think we need to be moving back to, oh man, Castle Drakenhof doesn't even have walls. That's what I should have built. Because I thought we were clear over here. Alright, well, that's very bad.
I'd rather eat a squeak.
And it looks like this army's in pretty good health, so they're not going to stop. I was hoping if they had gotten damaged a little bit by the resettlement that they would chill out for a turn or two. Looks like that's unlikely.
I go where I'm needed. For the wisdom of Valea.
Okay, yeah.
As the High King commands.
Underway stance is a whole lot less movement than just full speed running in this area. I do see Empire armies, though.
No peace, just war.
Okay, Gelt should be able to take the Moot. We're just going to have to help them out here. Well, this is going to get us our Greenskin battles, and then I guess we will be moving north to Zoishank. So we probably don't actually have this guy, or we actually don't have to have this guy run up there. Would it be better off to have him just come and join an army? You guys have a runesmith already, as do you. Maybe a second runesmith's not like a bad thing. But you know what, let's get this done, so that we can see what the next step in the quest is, in case it's something that we can easily accomplish. I would really just love to be done with the legendary items. Okay, down here we're just taking stuff over.
This may work. Pray I meet with Grimnir.
Wow, that's really a lot more damage than we would have taken in a manual resolution there. The Red Axe of Carrick 8 Peaks. Wow, that's a good weapon. What is Crag using? Because that would be really, really good on him. He's using a ranger's hammer. Okay. 6 melee attack and 8 weapon strength versus 12 weapon strength. I think this is the better move. Yeah, melee attack matters a lot. It doesn't matter how high your weapon damage is if you miss all the time.
I'll cast the runes. The throng is must
Throw a little bit more damage on this garrison. May as well, since we're here.
Rune Lord. For Karazanko.
Wow, we really sort of messed up a couple units of goblins a little bit. Well, we should definitely do this, and we should definitely do it manually, because I think we're going to take serious losses with the balance of power bar this full. And we shouldn't. This should go pretty smoothly, and we can't afford to take serious losses here, because if Azhag turns back to the south, we need to be ready for him. Oh hey, this is the first big load with the SSD. Okay, yeah, that's making a difference for sure. I will say that when I loaded the game up, I walked away, as I usually do, and like made myself some food and came back, and it had loaded already by then. Which is usually not the case. It was often, loading into the campaign from the main menu was often like a 5-minute kind of affair. But I wasn't standing there to watch it to see exactly how fast it was. That definitely was a big difference, though. I should say, I don't think I said at the top of the episode, but if you live in an area with a Best Buy is having a sale right now, which is how I got my thing. Usually, I think computer people, we tend to like shop online for computer parts, but Best Buy still has really good prices, especially when they have a sale. I got a 500. My new SSD is a 500 gigabyte, and it was $100. So, if you are living in an area with a Best Buy, consider that. Pay attention to that, especially during sale time. All right, let's do the thing. I mean, it's the same plan as always, right? So I'm not gonna spend a lot of time explaining what we're doing here. Everybody just kind of get up there. Oh, there's a huge area over here to the side of this tower. That's really nice. So we won't have to tangle with a secondary tower at all. The Rune Lord is probably also not super fast. He can go with the first wave. Thunderers are not totally ideal for this situation. Is that Goblin Big Boss operating the tower by himself? They have some magic. Seems not to have done a whole lot of damage, thankfully. We could probably, if we stay all the way against the wall, we can probably mostly be inside the tower's range. Well, they've chosen to put some of those really damaged units of goblins up on the up on the walls as their primary defense, which seems like maybe not the best idea ever. We do have to be a little bit careful here. I don't want to get shot up too much. But it looks like we can probably come in here and have at these archers pretty safely. As we've seen a number of times, it's not that easy for units on the walls to shoot sideways, so... Get close, try not to stand in the area of the tower too much. Okay, this should be pretty fast. There we go, that's what I wanted. I'm trying to find the spot where it will let me issue the order to climb the ladder. The weird thing is, it's almost never actually on the ladder, right? Like, right here is fine, here is bad. Alright, may as well hit the thing. We are actually in melee combat now. Alright, and now we have control of the tower, so they will no longer be able to fire at our siege weapons. And this should be pretty easy. And actually, like, if the siege weapons end up taking down the gate or whatever, it doesn't matter too much here. We're not trying to avoid any of their units. Okay, yeah, this should be pretty straightforward. It's just a matter of actually getting everybody up on the wall. I should probably employ battering rams more often, and this is a case where it might have made sense to stop and build a battering ram. Because we could definitely take this force in just a straight-on fight. But this plan's been working so well. Also, these... I thought that these arches, like with all the stuff they put up here, was mostly decorative. But actually, they have on a number of occasions prevented a lot of our ranged fire from hitting their guys on top of the wall with these arches. So maybe the greenskins are a little more clever than I'm giving them credit for. Alright, let's go drop some bombs. They've exposed the semi-dangerous units. This is what I was waiting for. God, the damage that those deal is so good. They were not grouped up quite as tightly for that one, but yeah, still not bad. Actually, you guys should probably finish taking out the ranged. I love these gyrocopters, man. I did not realize how great gyrocopters were. This is their shaman. I'm not sure that the gyrocopters would deal great damage against a single unit. Their shots seem kind of like inaccurate. They seem like area damage to me. We should probably get down there and hit that guy, though. We have some units here that probably could just get down the wall. I don't know where those shots are going. Okay, yeah, they managed to fight those, big uns back. I think we can go ahead and just come down the wall. I wish I had realized how good gyrocopters were earlier. These should have been the core of our army from the very moment that that was possible. Desperately casting on the run. Please, please don't let him catch me. Oh, you're done for. Orc casters are not nearly as good at fighting as dwarf casters are. This guy, though, this goblin big boss seems to be holding his own. That said, he's rapidly being convinced that he should give up. And you can see we've done a tremendous amount of morale damage, many enemy units already permanently broken. Dwarves are just too good at siege. Hey, get down there and melee that guy.
Preparing body run. Pick your target well. Right.
So, like, what are the actual melee stats on these things? 32 attack, 7 defense. Okay, so you have to be a little careful about that. They do have a lot of armor, though. Alright, like I said, easy. Alright, here comes the part that was always the worst. I don't know why loading out of battle the first time was so much worse than all the other loads in an episode, but let's see how much it speeds up. Alright, you notice it's still holding a little bit. But yeah, a lot of this, a lot of the time that it is still taking has to do with the fact that this is still a processor-intensive process as well. It is quite a difference, though, isn't it? Alright, so we lost 71. Probably didn't even have to be that many. So yeah, I think Crag's Strongarm is in a position where if Azhag is able to make it all the way down here next turn, we can engage him on our next turn. He definitely won't be able to attack us, but he might get down here to threaten. That is a considerable amount of money. We should take that, because we actually, we are a little poorer than I would like to be. Also, that might be new armor. Is that... Yeah, that's way better than a dragon helm, for sure. I feel like Crag has done so much work for us, and he totally just has, like, all of the cast-off garbage, and he still has, like, a rune of stoicism. We should treat this guy better, because he's treating us quite well. Alright, let's repair this, and this. And then what else here do I actually want to keep? Honestly, I probably want to keep all 3 of these buildings, right? Oh, the repair cost on that is pretty harsh. That's going to eat up most of the money we made there, but yeah, I think it's worth it. Because that's already in a state where it can build gyrocopters and stuff. Another source of gyrocopters is extremely welcome.
King's command. Onward.
Alright, so what we need to do with this guy is we need to get eyes on the mountain ranges that we are supposed to control over here. Alright, this is the Lore Masters. This is one of the main High Elf factions. In fact, this guy right here, Teclis.
Lore Master of Hoeth.
This is a legendary lord. How do they feel about
Dare
me?
you seek me out?
Okay, no big surprise, and for some reason they have a problem with Tilia. Alright. So where are we headed over here? There is, let's see, objectives. There's a mountain range down here somewhere. Adelan, maybe? Nope, that's the wrong place. Spine of Sotek. Okay, we're headed there. Alright, so just stay to the south and keep heading west. Okay, so we're definitely just going to save up for next turn, right? We have a lot of money that we have to spend next turn. Let's make sure we don't do anything crazy before then. We've already moved all of our lords as much as we can move them. It does feel like there was something I was going to do, doesn't it? Is there... No, everybody's been given orders. Maybe I should recruit another Thane. Just to be a map agent hero who messes with the oncoming green tide. So none of these are great. I guess this will make it harder for people to assassinate him off the map while he's trying to assassinate them. Although, if we spend this much money, we won't have enough necessarily for both of our upgrades. So no, let's just end the turn. Alright, come on, Empire. Take advantage of all of this eastward movement. Alright, there we go. This is exactly the kind of thing I want to see. I want to see the Empire expand over to the east to meet us, and then we just forge a powerful alliance, and hopefully never ever get backstabbed. Which might happen. And you know what? If they do backstab us, that's just adding an extra satisfying grudge to the book. Oh, interesting. So his army was really torn up. The army I selected, thinking it was the real one, was the Wog. We're going to fight this. With his units as torn up as they are, we might actually be able to do some real damage here. I don't think we'll win, but honestly, like, Greenskin morale being what it is, who knows? But we definitely have to make sure we do as much damage here as possible, because it needs to be the case that Skarsnik does not feel safe continuing to push forward. If we can get him to stop moving for even a turn or two, that'll be enough time for our guys to get there. Alright. This is going to be pretty straightforward. We don't really have a lot of options here. But I want to make sure we focus our fire in intelligent ways. Another thing that's important for us to do here is to try to damage his army enough that he loses his Wog. So the way the Wog works is it requires the army's fightiness to be above a certain level, and for the army to have 17 or more units in it. If both of those things are true, then the Wog spawns, and it's just like it's a secondary AI-controlled army that just follows you around. So we can banish his Wog by getting his army below 17 units. So that's what I'm going to be trying to do here. I'm going to be focusing fire on whatever units are weakest within our range, like these guys are a great example. And we are just going to try to kill at least 3 of the units out of his army, and if we can get him down... Sorry, at least 4, because we have to get him down to 16. If we can get him down to 16, not only will his army be tremendously weakened, but he will lose his Wog. He will have to stop advancing. Alright, well, I was hoping the figures would fall a little faster than that. Okay, I think this is the moment when we move up. I may even have waited too long. So these guys are warriors. Unfortunately, the rest of them are miners, which is not very good.
Pick your targets well! Bring the axe! Get your beards bloody! Dwarf warriors! Go and
Okay, I'm trying to... Boy, those fanatic attacks really have a lot of range. I thought for sure those were going to die off before they reached us. Come on, just do enough damage. Boy, we're... Yeah, it's too many fanatics, man. Like, we did some damage to one of those units. I don't think we did it. I'm actually really embarrassed at how quickly we were crumbling here. I mean, I knew this wasn't going to be a win, but that's embarrassing. We might have removed 2 units. It's hard to tell because we don't get to see the same screen for them that we get to see for us. Like, I don't think I see their units grayed out when they've been defeated. Or actually, I guess you don't see that on this screen anyway. Yeah, I don't think we did it. Hopefully he feels too injured to continue pushing on. I think that, I think the settlement just to his north has walls, right? And then, obviously, Castle Dragonhof, although it does not have a garrison structure, does naturally have walls as a major settlement. So hopefully that'll be enough to slow him down. We just need him to stay still for like a turn or two. But that's going to be a grudge. Oh, he just burned it, too, so he's not even going to get any replenishment this turn. I don't think that was a very good idea on his part. Alright, so he's falling back to defend Stone Mine. The Tillians are providing a wonderful distraction. Yeah, see, and this is the log. Basically what it does is it just tries to stay close to the main army. This is a place where Lightning Strike's going to be really useful. If we can get one army of Lightning Strike in there, and I think Guthrie has Lightning Strike. Oh, wow, that's not what I was expecting her to do at all. Okay, yeah, if we can get one Lightning with Lightning Strike in there, one army with Lightning Strike, and Lightning Strike Skarsnik, it'll wipe him out trivially, right? Because all his units are so weak, and the Wog will just go away. It will just disband in front of us. And now my main concern here is that our agent may get assassinated as he tries to cross the continent, because these guys do not care for us. Teclis just burned his army against the walls of the Awakening. Boy, there is some kind of stuff. It turns out everybody's having vampire problems all of the time. I wonder if they have rampaging hordes of greenskins over here as well. Because it may seem like our adventure so far has taken place over a large amount of territory, but we are honestly only on about a quarter of the map, maybe even less than that. There's a lot of other stuff happening out in the world. Clan Mulder declared peace with Kislev. That's probably good for us, because it means that Kislev will be able to focus on defeating Norskins. Yeah, alright, it looks like the greenskin squeeze over here is happening quickly. We are not going to be able to devote Craig's army to helping Ungrim just yet, but that's probably in the near future. Somebody's got to actually take out Azag over here, which I think is probably going to fall to me. Yeah, I'm really worried that as soon as we set foot on the beach, that elf agent is going to run over and try to assassinate us. I wonder what the situation is with Clan Mulder. Part of the benefit of us running an agent up there... Okay, this is nice. Part of the benefit of us running an agent up there is that we're going to get a better idea of what's happening. That intel could be very useful. Where's the edge of my movement radius? Apparently it's right around here. So Volkgrad has been burned by Norskins. They erect these totems. It's hard to see because it's facing north. But they erect these totems when they raise settlements, and those totems give favor to the Chaos Gods, and they give the force that put them up some benefit. The whole idea of the Norskin campaign is that you're generating favor with the Chaos Gods. Yeah, this is unacceptable. We gotta fix this.
I am the White Dwarf.
Well, we're working on it, one thing at a time. So the fastest path back to here is actually going to be to run past the moot. That's a lot of going out of our way. Can we...
The dwarfs need me.
Nope, underway stance is not faster.
Moving out.
Out here on the open ground, it's weird.
For war. We march.
Trying to stay out of the horribly corrupted area as much as possible.
Let me think about it. No!
Yeah, okay, so we got one unit out of his army. That was something. Waldenhof has walls and a real garrison. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. I think we're gonna be alright. Carrot Cadron being leveled up takes precedence over everything else, and then we do still, in fact, have enough money to get Karaza Karak as well. That's wonderful. Alright, so then... Does Carrot Cadron need us to hold on to the growth structures? Probably not. We can probably demolish these this turn. We still have one more upgrade to do here, but that'll happen quickly enough. Can make room and build some actual stuff in those slots. I think that's probably true here as well. Well, here we have to generate 4 more population upgrades, so I think I'll hold on to them for a little bit. And then... Okay, we gotta take Grimhold back. That should be very easy.
Good. Grimnir's axe thirsts.
Probably want to make sure that this guy is involved in the battle for the XP.
I'll get on it. Send me to vengeance. We mark another grudge.
Okay, I was about to say, hey, that actually looked like it went pretty well. We lost 1, which is about what I would expect. To be perfectly honest, I bet if I did this manually, we would have lost 0. Just because we have enough ranged weapons that they probably wouldn't actually make contact with us. Alright. Ooh, Gambler's Armor. That's not bad at all. Actually, I'm going to go change out Crag's Armor with that. So let's see. What was I taking on you? Oh, you were headed towards Stand Your Ground. Fair enough.
Iron weld.
Obviously, we need to get you to Master Rune of Wrath and Ruin. And what do we actually have here? It came with a level 1 recruitment. Well, I mean...
What do you want?
That's something. We can at least get some stuff going here. So, actually, let's march him a little bit north. Just enough north that we can still go into encampment mode. And we'll bring on... Okay, I was hoping to be able to start recruiting 2 turns worth of local recruitment and some global at the same time. But we actually really don't have a lot of money. So let's bring in some fancier stuff through the global recruitment. We're going to start recruiting Dwarf Warriors with him next turn. Let's see, his army has no siege equipment. We could maybe fix that. We're mostly fighting greenskins out here. It's probably better to just get grudge throwers. Also, they're a lot cheaper. Like, yeah, an organ gun is very expensive to hire this way. Alright, we'll do this. And then next turn we'll recruit 3 units of Dwarf Warriors. His army will be a little bit more impressive by the time we march on Carrick Nord.
Wrong is mustard.
Alright, I'm concerned enough about this agent trying to assassinate me that I think we're just going to head down the coast a little bit before we try to make landfall.
Let's move.
Let's try to find a spot where there are no agents waiting to intercept. Also, I don't remember this force at all, the Vampire Coast. Oh, Von Karstein. But they seem to be doing very well. There's our elf agents everywhere.
Answer to clan and hold.
Alright, I'm going to have him run up and threaten Azhag. I'm not sure exactly what my plan is here, but there might be a big boss or something in this army to assassinate, or I'm sure we can find a good reason to have an agent up here. Yeah, armor +5 for every dwarf unit with a shield. That sounds pretty alright. Recruit rank up for miners and warriors. Unfortunately, we just don't recruit a lot of miners and warriors anymore. And when we do, I'm not that worried about their rank.
I'm ready.
Okay, well, finally, after all of this time, Carrot Cadron is on its way to being max level. I think Mr. Gelt may be pushing it a little bit here. Like, he should be able to take Fort Oberstyre, but now his army's really extended, very damaged, and very far from home. He needed to slow down and take an opportunity to replenish. The good news is he might draw Skarsnik's attention back west. Huh. I wonder where he's going. Because he turned away from Dok Karaz there. I don't think he's headed straight to Dok Karaz. Okay, Skarsnik is staying still, so the Wog army is just going into raiding mode nearby. Beastmen have attacked Nordland, and we are in a defensive alliance with them, so our word will be broken, and everybody will notice if we fail to enter the war on the side of our ally. That's okay. I would have been at war with the Beastmen soon enough anyway.
Welcome to my throng.
I don't think there's a lot of benefit to this. Our defensive alliance serves me well. A full military alliance, I suspect, would not. We might have to set up some camera settings here. Just speed some people up. I'll fiddle with it between episodes. For now, we could probably fast forward a little bit. I want to set it back to normal speed as we approach the von Karstein turn, but we don't actually need to see in detail what any of these other forces are doing, I don't think.
Hail. Do not be intimidated.
Boy, they would love to have any friends at all. Who are they allied with? The Strigos Empire? I mean, the shape of that shield tells us that it's a vampire count faction. Yeah, they are desperate for a friend.
Our kin have come. Fetch them.
There's not really any benefit to this. Wow. Trending towards 621. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in other parts of the world that we just don't particularly care about at this moment. That will stop being true eventually. Also, the Troll Skulls have been around for a really long time for a rogue army. I would love to know where they are. So Clan Mulder has declared war on us. That's pretty whatever. Yet we have to defeat the Greenskin Wog because it dared to raid us. We're going to have that grudge invalidated pretty shortly here. Because I don't think we will end up fighting them, but they'll be annihilated when we fight Skarsnik. So. Okay, and Skarsnik is out of time to threaten us.
Time for a reckoning.
Yep, and then from here we'll just head north. Well, we'll probably head west a little bit and make sure that the Greenskins lose all this stuff. I mean, I guess the Empire already took Wordbed back. They're on it. They're working on it. It looks like we're safe to come up. I assume these guys hate us. Yeah, this is how it's going to be with everybody. So the Great Power diplomatic modifier is based on the size of your territory. The more territory you hold, the more provinces you're present in, the more everybody distrusts you, because, of course, you represent a threat. That's all of the factions that we meet from now on are going to start very negative with us, and there's not really a lot we can do about that. We can give them money. Everybody is vulnerable to the lure of gold. Alright, this mountain range isn't too far away. Hopefully we can get there without getting murdered.
Yes, let's move.
So do I want Bitterstone Mine? I don't need Bitterstone Mine, probably.
Master of runecraft.
We could just let the Tillians take it. Yeah, I'm gonna threaten Stone Mine Tower.
Also,
I don't think that he should be able to reach us here. Yeah, so he's gonna have to fall back if he doesn't want to lose this, which hopefully will keep... maybe he's headed to Barag de Wasbag? Because, right, if he was going for Dok Karaz, he could have been almost there. He turned away. So I think he was just running along the border. Do we have room to build walls here? We do not. Oh, it actually already has a garrison structure. So we can't get proper walls up, but it's got something. 12 units. If he attacks that, he will at least be weakened by it. Alright, here in Black Crag... He's nowhere near threatening Black Crag. I don't think we need to worry about building walls or anything. Let's go ahead and upgrade some money-making structures, and this is 3,000 gold for 8 more growth. I guess we're not really in dire financial straits. And we still do need to wait. We need to wait 8 turns and then another point of population on top of that. So this probably will shorten that timer. Oops, I hit end turn because I was expecting that to be another settlement notification. But whatever, it's fine. The armies to the west actually... Yeah, like the armies over here by Grimhold should have moved. We needed to start putting together dwarf warriors in the one army, and we needed to move Thorgrim up. Okay, so he is falling back to Stone Mine. I'm not sure if we actually want to attack there. Skarsnik. Huh. So he resettled Eshin. He burned it and then resettled it on his turn and then ran away. That seems like a very poor play. He's got to fall back to defend against Gelt, I guess? But no, actually he doesn't. Gelt's not a threat. Gelt has an army that's like, what, 7 units? And they're all pretty torn up from battle. I don't know. I think Skarsnik's just making bad plays. He is a goblin, after all. Speaking of making bad plays, I'm pretty annoyed with myself for clicking that button before letting it resolve into its next icon. Whatever, it's fine. It probably doesn't matter because those settlements to the north of Grimhold are greenskin settlements that I think have no defending armies. Yeah, like Carrick Norn and stuff. Like we know where all the greenskin armies are, I believe. Hopefully this will be a good opportunity for the Empire to reclaim some of their territory over to the west. Because the greenskins have got to be spread too thin. With the amount of distance that their territory covers and the amount of armies they have, there's no way they can actually defend all of it. I wonder if we could take Azhag plus that settlement garrison together. I think my plan is going to be to run east of Stone Mine Tower, outside of range of it, of its garrison, and then go into ambush mode and see if we can get Azhag to lose sight of us and think that it's safe to march to wherever he was marching before, and we'll just intercept him and ambush him out. Okay, here we go. This is good information. What is actually happening with Clan Moulder? Wow, it's a good thing that Kislev negotiated peace with them. That army's actually in position to threaten Carrick Ungor. Alright, hold on. Let's grab our agent. We can be in Zoishank next turn, it looks like.
Beards in belts.
So Clan Molder appears to just have the one settlement. It has a 20-unit garrison, though, so I can see why Kislev might have had trouble taking it. Karak Ungor needs, apparently, to have walls. I wouldn't have thought so, but here we are. Yeah, if I lose Karak Ungor, I'm going to be very annoyed. Well, I'm glad we have a pair of armies back over here.
Don't you fret, it's done.
Oh, you can't quite reach Eshin this turn? That sucks. Let's move up this way just a little bit. Okay, so we can see that Skarsnake didn't even actually stop in Castle Tempelhof.
How can I help?
Which means that we can threaten it. Is there a place where I can stand that I'm not exactly at? I'm a little worried about being at exactly enough movement left to move into a stance, because we've had it happen once already that we were not able to switch stances because we didn't have quite as much movement left as the game reported.
Let's just be about this.
So we're going to move to here and try to be stealthy. I'm going to leave this army in the open. Well, am I? My plan here was to leave this army visible, this army ambush stance, so that if he tries to come over here and attack us, we will, you know, we'll 2v1 him suddenly. But actually, I don't think that he would try to do that, because his main army is so weak, and because the Wog army is a separate force that takes its turn after you finish your turn. He can't actually attack us with both of the armies together. So actually, if he detects that our army is here, probably what happens is he falls back to Castle Tempelhof, which is actually what I don't want him to do. You need to run as fast as you can. Which side of this river do I want to be on? North or south? Can I see who owns this? This is owned by... I mean, they're not going to like me on either side of the river, I guess. Looks like the lizard men have been doing very well for themselves over here.
Vengeful Rune Lord.
Okay, so I need 25% movement remaining.
On my
This'll
way.
do. Alright, here's hoping he falls for this. And do you have range to run over here and just attack him for fun? No heroes in his army, unfortunately. We might have been able to get an assassination done.
The throng is mustered.
Honestly, the damage we did there probably won't even actually stick, because he will replenish some at the beginning of his turn. It looks like we've left some things a little damaged, and that was a Regiment of Renown, actually. Yeah, alright, that's something. Now let's actually move these guys forward, the way I planned to.
Retake the realms.
So my plan was to kind of half-march Thorgrim so that we have time to do some more recruiting here. I think that's still going to have to be the plan, even though it's a little bit less efficient. Because Karak Norn actually has a very impressive garrison. I want to make sure we're actually ready to take it. Yeah, sure. Need these armies to be as full as possible. So we'll come at them with 33 units. It shouldn't be a problem to take this. And then Asgaraz will fall easily enough. Oh, and then the elves took Karak Ziflin and Blackstone Post. That's maybe not great for me. The Northern Grey Mountains is one of my objective regions, isn't it? It sure is. Well, we could make a military alliance with the Wood Elves, but the thing is, the Wood Elves are crazy. They declare war on everybody all the time. If you get into a military alliance with them, you're going to get dragged into a lot of weird wars. And if you make a military alliance with them and then refuse to follow them into one of their weird wars, you take a permanent diplomatic hit with everybody for having broken a treaty. So, not an ideal situation. Are we just saving money here? Is there anything I really want to build? I don't think I want to rebuild walls around Black Crag. I don't think we really need, like... I could do this. This is worth some money. I don't think we have anything else that's terribly pressing here. Alright, let's see how all these ambush attempts turn out. It's like, if he does detect us here, nothing bad happens. All that will happen is he'll probably fall back to Kessel Tempelhof. And if we're detected by Azhag, I think it's pretty much the same. Nothing bad will really happen. Von Karsteins have made peace with the Greenskins, which I don't think affects us very much. Okay, so he went straight to Fort Obersteier. Our ambush failed, and we're going to have to fight them in fair combat. Oh, you know what? The assault did leave some actual real damage on them. We are expected not to do very well here, but I don't think I agree with these odds. I think we're going to win this. We could decline the attack and maybe not even... No, I think we can do this. Right, so he's got some boar boys. He's got a lot of regiments of renown, but honestly, I'm not that scared of them on the whole. I don't even know... Okay, these guys have armor sundering. Whenever they attack something, they lower its armor. But they're not fanatics. They're just night goblins. Yeah, we can take this force, I think. They have a single catapult to our 2 units of catapults plus an organ gun. They have 3 units of archers, so probably not enough to really be a threat to our gyrocopters. Yeah, I think we have a huge advantage here. So I want the organ gun to be sort of at the crest of the hill. Let me make sure that the terrain actually makes sense here. Yeah, maybe even a little further forward than that. And the catapults can be behind like this, that's fine. And then we have all Thunderers and no... We'll probably be down the hill a little bit more. I want to make sure that we're not in any way blocking the organ gun. Yeah, we're good. We may have no Quarrelers, and I do think Quarrelers are, in general, better than Thunderers when you're not dealing with heavily armored enemies. So, like, a bunch of Quarrelers is better against a giant, but also they have a lot of Black Orcs. We can do a lot of leadership damage just by having our gyrocopters hit them from behind, and then for the rest of these guys, it's just a matter of being ready to intercept. Let's move the units out from directly in front of the organ gun. Now, they do have cavalry, so we have to remember that and be careful about that. Which means I'm going to keep Slayers to the sides here. Slayers are not super resistant to the cavalry charge, but they do have a pretty significant bonus against large units. They will at least tear up some cavalry. Okay. I think we should be in a good spot here. When the gyrocopter's out, this will give us vision of the hidden night goblin units quickly. The organ gun, yeah, will be able to do great damage against the Black Orcs. We should probably focus our grudge throwers a little bit here. Make sure that they're shooting at targets that are near other enemies. That's annoying. I was hoping to be able to do a quick flyover and deliver bombs, but... Well, we can at least keep some of their forces off balance here. Boy, they are really, really committing these Wolf Riders. So I'm going to try to lead their ranged cavalry off on a wild goose chase here a little bit. And these guys are going to try to drop some bombs in those Black Orcs. Do something. There we go, that's a good start. Boy, the range on those, the range on these things is very impressive. I wonder if that's because they're a regiment of renown, or maybe just wolf cavalry always has a crazy, crazy firing range. That doesn't seem right, though. The Goblin Wolf Riders have attempted to charge the Longbeards from behind. They're trying to get like a sandwich thing going here. I don't think that's a good play, personally. That's not going to work out the way they want it to. Okay, I want you guys to do this thing, but you have to be a little further away from their ranged. Alright, we'll just get behind our lines here. We'll let these guys have it. Over here, they're mostly content to just wait. I think this is the moment of moving up to meet the enemy. On this side, a little bit less so. Should probably have the organ gun refocus on this guy too. There'll be plenty of time to shoot black orcs. Yep, and you guys are still getting shot by... So, do these guys have significant armor piercing? Okay, yeah, they have armor piercing missiles. I was going to say, I don't know how a unit of wolf cavalry is doing so much damage to gyrocopters, but that'll be how. Right, what if I turn around and just try to bomb them? I'm clearly not quite as fast as they are, but maybe they won't run right away. Nope, and they get to outrun me and continue firing the whole time. That's a very good anti-gyrocopter unit. Let's just get in here then.
Attack the earth! Long be it! Slayers! Yes, Lord!
We clearly don't have to worry about any charges from behind.
Move now!
Wait, where are you guys firing? Oh. Okay, there's a unit of enemies fleeing that you definitely did not have direct fire orders on, right? That's not... Those guys are not one of the units I would have given direct fire orders on. Well, yeah, let's focus on their ranged for the moment, I think. You guys can just roll up into the flank here. Should probably not have both of them targeted on that unit of cavalry in case they flee. I'm going to get the gyrocopter behind the ranged a little bit here. Alright, run up, fill the gaps, fill the gaps.
Drain them! Go! Kill them! Nothing can stop us!
Alright, these guys apparently have some idea what's about to happen to them.
Kill Baron!
Over here, we'll shoot some enemies in the back. Like we just killed that giant. That's handy.
Thunderous! Shoot! Hot! Take it!
Do your best to find shots in the flank where you have shots in the flank. I think we're doing an okay job against these ranged. I think we're probably... Yeah, I was about to say, we're probably not going to be in this battle that much longer.
The next kill is ours!
Alright, get rid of those wolf archers, because they are a serious problem. Can't really stand up to too much machine gun fire. It's a real problem that both goblins and wolves generally have. Yeah, okay, they're losing health rapidly.
Slayers! Yes! We are relentless!
See, this is a part of the problem with using melee units to counter cavalry, and it's like, we don't really have a choice, right?
Rage fast! Fine!
But when the cavalry units break and run, they leave your units so far behind that your units, like, forget what they were doing sometimes, and they just stand around. Require your attention constantly. And I probably took more damage there than I had to, but we got him. I don't know if Crag has the trait yet for defeating Ozhag, so we might have gotten a good trait out of that as well. The giant only managed to get 15 kills. It got into our ranged and only managed to get 15 kills. The unit of ranged that it was fighting outkilled it. Man, Thinking about how much more fun it is to use gyrocopters and organ guns than the units that came before gyrocopters and organ guns makes me very excited about the prospect of using flame cannons and the couple of things that we have yet to unlock. Alright, and now Stone Mine Tower is ours. Probably this whole area is lost now. 600 gold. Really? That's just disrespectful. Maybe we need to go out here and hit Wissenberg before we take Carrick Norn.
Welcome to my throne.
Defensive alliance with Bretonnia actually sounds pretty okay. Defensive alliances I'm fine with. If Wissenberg turns out to be the last von Karstein settlement, we should probably underway through the mountains and take that before we take Carrick Norn, just so that we don't have to worry about them. Don't have to worry about Isabella showing up angry. Because I don't know where she went, but I do not want her coming back to take the Grimhold from us while we're up north. %30 magic resist is not bad. In general, I think magic resist is a little bit weak as a trait. There's just not enough magic. Magic can be devastating, but no unit is going to get hit by magic all that often. So it's hard for me to justify equipping items that give magic resist, or things like that, you know. Oh man, please tell me that this agent is not pursuing me. Oh, it kind of looks like he might be. Okay, no, he's just headed back to the marks. That's fine. Yeah, alright, I think they're going to let me pass through their territory. I'm a little worried about this Clan Molder army. If they do go to Karakungor and they burn it down, which totally might happen, I don't know that we can actually do a lot about it. Like, it would be nice if Kislev had maybe run them off. I know they negotiated peace and everything, but come on, I thought we were friends here. Well, my suspicion is that we're not going to get them to give up, but I'm going to at least talk to them this turn. So, okay, Stromny Skolson's army does not replenish as quickly for a while. And also, Fimber Osgal was assassinated shortly before reaching Zoyshek. Of course he was. That grudge was cleared because that army has ceased to exist, which means that Skarsnik has lost his Wog and is in a terrible, terrible position now. Alright, well,
The dwarfs need me. Our enemies shall tremble.
somebody's got to head north to deal with this. He's going to probably take Karakungor, and there's not really anything I can do about it.
For the wisdom of Valea.
That's super annoying.
Who calls me? Attack!
Alright, go get Tempelhof. Sorry, burn Tempelhof. Let the Empire take it.
Joey, forward! Let us begin. By the grudge bearer's will.
Yeah, there's like, I can't respond to that quickly enough. This we probably actually need to hold.
Right.
Yeah, even if we had started demolishing stuff to build walls, they still would not be completed in time. We can put up a wall at Kazid Urkulas. Or at least we can put up a defensive structure. It won't be a wall, because Kazid Urkulas doesn't have the population. And if we tried to build up the population, it would still be like 9 turns before the wall was completed, because we'd have to wait for this to upgrade and then build the top-level structure, so that's probably not worth doing. We may well lose this entire region. We'll take it back, obviously. It's not a big deal. Boy. Okay, apparently I was redlining you. cannot remember from episode to episode what I was doing with any character. Okay, you need triangulation. Alright. Let's power up as much as we can. I think we should probably increase our global recruitment capacity. That sounds like a pretty good use of a skill point. We want to look as strong as possible before going into negotiations here. The number of territories you hold and all manner of power is considered when the game is figuring out whether or not other factions are afraid of you enough to take bad deals. And that's what we're trying to do here, is make Clan Molder afraid of us enough to take a deal that they have no reason to take. We can do one more turn of recruitment here. Alright, Clan Molder. I don't think... Well, actually, you know, we have the people in the south, right? We can still do some more work here. We can take Stone Mine. That's in the same region as Ekrund. Yeah, we could just take this. Rather than burning it and trying to have Tilia take it or anything. So we take that nice and easily. That's another settlement added to our group. Look, we're even bigger and more powerful than you thought. And we have crazy dwarf rune spells. Yeah, what do you do now? So the greenskins, there are no more greenskins to our south. Unfortunately, I wasn't thinking about this, but Tilia taking the Dragonhorn mines actually means that we're still not connected to Khemri, so we still can't trade with them. That's kind of a problem. I would really, really like to establish trade with Khemri. Alright, so you have all of your rune magic now. Yeah, he's going to be fighting greenskins till the end of days, it feels like, so he may as well keep getting better at it. Krak Asgal. Yeah, we definitely want to take this. This should be no problem. We're going to have to do it manually, probably. Yeah. We're an hour and 16 minutes into the episode. You know what? Let's just play it out. It should be a pretty quick battle. We're going to play out to the end of this turn here, see if we can negotiate with Clan Molder. This should be a fairly straightforward battle. But I was not confident that the auto-resolve would not totally screw us, so... Okay. So, this is a little bit more of a problem because this construction doesn't allow us to get onto the walls to the side of this tower. Nor over here. This is a little bit better constructed than some of the siege maps have been so far. Make sure you can shoot at the important part of the walls. And the fact that the tower is here, though, means that we can start a lot of units outside of its firing area. Actually, we should probably try to be, like, as narrow as possible on this, right? As close to the wall as we can be. Alright, all you guys who don't have shields, also behind. Really, that's the... There we go. I was gonna say, that's the tallest those formations can be, huh? Alright, so we need to move everybody forward relatively quickly to prevent being shot in the face too much. But as always, we have to be a little bit careful with the guys who don't have shields, because we don't want them to outrun the shielded people. We want the shielded people to take as much of the fire as possible. Alright, we don't want to expose our gyro bomber to too much enemy fire. I think we can fly to here and be pretty safe, and then shoot into them from the side. And actually, we could fly over to here and then run along the wall.
Nothing can stop us.
Oh, we're a little...
Blade far, blade fast. Aye, as you command.
There we go. That's what I want to see. I would be uncomfortable dropping a bomb of that size while that low to the ground. I would think that there might be some consequences for that. Alright, we've hit the walls, so let's get a climb in. Should I run Ungrim up first? Yeah, let's see if we can get to the wall first. We've had good results doing that in the past. He'll get up here and he'll solo this big boss and whatever other units happen to be nearby. Oof. Alright, that's good spellcasting. I don't know how he managed to put up all of those ladders. You know, I don't really know that much about the lore, but I did not realize that Ungrim was a Jedi. Okay, you guys should probably stop now. No more fire at will. You definitely are hitting Ungrim. And he's taking it like a champ. We should be able to take care of this this big boss pretty easily. They bought in their shaman because their plan is to 2v1 me with a shaman. Let's just turn and kill that guy. This seems like a fine time for axe buffs. There's too many particle effects. It's hard to tell what's going on. See, Ungrim keeps turning his back and not attacking. Hey guy, over here. Target is this way. Yeah, weird. I don't know. There's all kinds of shenanigans going on because of the wall, you know. The units do not always handle the wall as cleanly as you might expect. Gyro Bomber seems to be doing fine work. We could probably move the ranged out in front of the wall a little bit more. Get better shots because we have control of this tower now. Alright, I think this is over. Do I want to move the catapults? I mean, they're probably not going to be able to get shots too easily because of the, you know, the angles and the wall. Looks like these guys are putting themselves in a good position to be shot at. But anything that's smart enough to stay a little closer to the walls is going to do just fine. Also, I appreciate that they're shooting at my guys with shields on the wall and not at the gyrocopter. Man, that... Really, it's out of ammo. Well, that's inconvenient. I guess let's have it back off then. I don't want it to get involved in combat by itself. So we'll have it come over here. Finish off that goblin. Apparently we let the orc shaman get away. I don't even know where he is. Okay, our guys come in. I guess we should be probably popping our armor buff the whole time we're at the wall, though. This is already almost over. I kind of want to run Ungrim down and try to grab their lord. So what do they have down here? They have some night goblins. Okay, they have some big uns. Those are kind of scary. It sort of looks like they're just going to let me bombard him with crossbow bolts from over the wall, though. So maybe I shouldn't interfere. Maybe we should just be okay with that. Yeah, I don't know what this is, like with them running their units in gradually They're letting me fight 1 or 2 units at a time on the wall instead of swarming us on the wall, which is even worse odds than if they were swarming us on the wall, which aren't... It's not good odds in the first place, as you've seen on many, many occasions. But here comes some Night Goblin archers. I guess these ones are brave enough to challenge me. Okay, we can probably just get off the wall now. Looks like we've got panic on everything on the wall. Half of you guys get down here, and half of you guys get down here, and let's make it happen. Ungrim go directly for Argor Throat Cruncher, which is a pretty good... That's a pretty good name for a goblin or orc, frankly. Get into a position where you can do something here. Throw all my runes. I feel pretty confident that this thing can just get in behind the gyro bomb or the night goblins and do some good work. Now see, now they move the big uns up onto the wall. The moment that we started to move stuff off of the wall. And down here, Ungrim can remember what he's supposed to be doing. Yeah, this thing is just about to give up. This feels good and properly dwarfy, just like pick out the enemy champion and charge at him as quickly as possible. Okay, I guess we're still shooting at stuff. We still have dwarves climbing the walls. What are these guys doing? Apparently, I cannot command them to climb the ladder. Nowhere does this become the ladder climb command. That's... Huh. That's weird. Well, in any case, we got them as we knew we would. 74 losses means, for certain, full replenishment. Ungrim can go almost all the way down to 0 health, and still replenish fully on the next turn. He makes such a good guided missile. So really, I don't think that the Greenskins are going to be present in the Badlands very much longer. They have a handful more settlements over by Ungrim. But the stuff by Crag is almost completely wiped out already. And then it's just going to be a matter of driving them out of the northwestern mountains. Which we're working on, slowly. And this region has a diamond mine. A gemstone mine, rather. Which is very handy. Honestly, we might even be able to run another army soon. Each army is more expensive than the one before, so it really does take an awful lot of gold to afford your 7th army. We probably don't need ranger buffs. I think we're just going to continue down this path toward the more advanced units. There's a commandment. Oh yeah. We have our commandment back here. Back to focusing on growth. Probably ought to cap off this drinking hall, because we are always going to have approval problems here. Alright, let's see if we can talk you out of this foolish war.
Make pact or destroy you.
How about I will join you in your war... Nope, they are not at war with anybody I can declare on. How about I will give you 1,001 gold. That's more than 1,000. I don't know if you know that. It's a very impressive sum. That's okay, that's not going to work. Well, it was worth a shot. I'm also just incredibly annoyed that they assassinated my agent. He was so close to the border there. So I guess we're going to be doing that with our proper armies. Yeah, super annoying. Anyway, that is going to be it for us for today, apparently. Come back next time to watch Carrick Ungor burn, and then to watch us take some horrible, horrible revenge. We'll see you then.